Hi there, Susan McGarry here, and I bought this ChopMaster at the Glass Craft Bead Expo this year. It's the 2019 Expo, and I wanted to put it together with you and show you kind of what it does and how it works and things. But the main idea is it takes your normal nipper kind of tool and gives you some sort of strength behind it. If you were to use one of these, or the wheeled ones, doesn't matter, same thing, and you wanted to chop a little rod like this, you just chop. Super simple. If I want to use these, super simple. Of course, it shoots across the room, right? So they work, but what happens when you want to cut something bigger? Like your vitrograph cane. This is one of my vitrographs, and you can see how thick it is. So if you want to cut something like that, you've got to get those wheels in there, and see how wide my hands are now. I have a really hard time getting the strength I need to cut it. Super hard, super hard. Even if I'm using one of these, my hands has to stay really wide to get that chop. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So this is where this comes in real handy. Or if you're cutting something like these little glass rods and you have to cut it many times and you want them all the same thickness, either way it'll work, as long as whatever you're cutting will fit between your tool, because you'll be using whatever tool you have, whether it's these nippers or the wheeled nippers, whatever you have. So let's take this, let's open it up and put it together and see what it can do. So the things that you'll need in addition to this unit is something to catch your pieces. I just have a little plastic bucket here. Some type of clamp, a C-clamp I think is preferred, but this happens to be what I have. And whatever nippers you have. So you'll bring those things to the table and they'll give you these things. So let me set this up. So I've got it clamped to my table right here. I've got my nipper wheels facing to the left. Thread the long bolt through the nipper handle between the spring and the wheels. I got that. As close to the spring as possible. Through the base, add the bolts. And I need to make sure that the nippers are straight up and down. I found it easier to do when I removed it from the table. I took the C-clamp, or the clamp, off. Now that I've got this bolted in, I hooked it back up to the table. Okay, they recommend lining it with a paper towel. Now you've got this great rod that you slide onto your nipper handle. Since I have these nippers installed, I'm going to put it on this handle, and you put it on the top handle, and that way you've got all this leverage. So I love that. Let's try this. We get a little bit of popping. So if I hold it against that triangle, it keeps it from popping. So I like that a lot. Now let's see what it'll do for this. I can't get it in there. There are little V notches for smaller canes, so I'm going to take this off. I'm going to try and chop it from this side. This rod on the back of my nippers gives me so much leverage. I love it. Yeah, because I'm chopping something so heavy. But otherwise, these canes are way too thick for me to chop by hand. So I think this is pretty awesome. It gives me the leverage I need. Every once in a while, one jumps out. So I got a piece of this plastic cardboard, and I'm just putting a piece of that in one end of the box. So it's pretty tall there. I'm going to put a piece in the back, and that'll sort of keep the pieces from flying around. Even if you have small pieces, like these little glass rods, or you do your vitrograph small, it reduces hand fatigue because you can just chop away without squeezing your hand. You're just moving this lever back here. You can go to their website. I actually had to refer to it to figure out how to set this up, but you can see I've sort of changed it to fit my needs. But on their directions, they've got a nice little website with a couple of videos there that you can use as a guidance. I would put some of these things back on. So they're all cutting the same thickness, sort of, same size. I can move it in and make an even smaller size. Oop, I lost one. But if I press it up against this triangle piece, they don't seem to go flying. Yeah, that's very handy. That worked out really well. So I like it. It definitely reduces hand fatigue. It helps me cut these bigger pieces, and it's very portable. I would say my final result is I love it. I absolutely love it. It helps me do things that I wasn't able to do before. So if you like chopping cane and your hands get tired like mine, check it out. Thanks for watching. Be cool, honey bunnies. Bye.